Same.
Okay. And I know you're a little tired today, so we can also have some good chill out time. Two things I want to acknowledge. One is that EJ and Chelsea, who regularly join our class, I don't know if you guys remember them. We did the birthday wishes for EJ maybe 2 weeks ago. They both have COVID. So let's just hold them in our hearts and our prayers that they have a quick recovery and it's nothing too drastic or lasting for either of them. And then also, I got my newsletter out really late, but one of my husband's friends passed away also from COVID, who is 36. And he was undergoing cancer treatments, but was actually on the up, was improving. And then he got COVID, and that was it. So let's also perhaps hold him in our hearts as we practice today. And, all this is just a reminder that life is fleeting and it's precious and it's not a promise to any of us to have tomorrow. And so, we'll fall and we'll falter and we'll fail. But what matters is how we rise again, how we get up, and how we continue to greet the day and meet our fellow humans and doing our best to always lead with love and empathy and compassion. And that's the real practice. But so just take a moment now and let's just hold a little bit of space in our hearts. So if you have something to sit on, I recommend it, elevating your base. You can close your eyes and sitting nice and tall. And let yourself land in your body. And really feel the gift of being embodied. There's a parallel that being born into a human life is as rare as if a turtle, a sea turtle that were sleeping at the bottom of the ocean for 100 years, all of a sudden woke up. And as he popped his head through the surface of the ocean, he stuck his head through one of those big life rings, like a floaty golden life ring. And that is how rare it is to attain a human birth. And so just settling in to gratitude for this body that you're in. We can commiserate and bemoan sometimes those few extra pounds or those few extra years. But our bodies are miracles. And the one that we're in, the skin that we're in, there's no mistake in it. It's an absolute miracle and an absolute gift. And so just settling into your body with complete gratitude for it. And feel that this body chose this life so perfectly. All of your struggles and all of your challenges designed perfectly for your own awakening and evolution. And so with that, we don't have to divvy up things between being good and bad, but everything is fuel for the fire of our growth. And in that, everything is grace, everything a gift. And so if there's any resistance to anything that is in your life or anything that you perceive yourself to be, drop it. Life is short. Time moves fast. And there's no time like the present to fully embrace everything there is. This is really the only time we have, this very moment. And so how will you inhabit it? How will you seize it? How will you love it? No more beating ourselves up over little things. No more disdain or dislike. Just practice accepting and embracing all of it. Truly recognizing the gift in it. And so feel yourself present in your body. And let the quality of forgiveness be really active. If you feel there was a misstep today, that's okay, that's human, and let it go. Don't waste your precious energy mulling over the past. And just know that in the moment you did the best you could, and then we move forward and we practice doing better. And that's life. And like I said, my teacher always says, we're going to fall, and what's important is that we just get up one more time than when we fall. And so letting yourself rise. Rise with the gratitude of this life, of this body, of this moment, of this breath. And let that gratitude enable you to soar. So, directing our energy now for a moment towards those suffering in any way. Anyone currently undergoing any kind of disease or illness or injury. Have prayers that they find health in their bodies once again. And that it's easier to be grateful and content because they feel good and healthy and strong. And there are many individuals who have lost their physical form due to sickness and disease, if not just the aging process. There are many who have lost their physical form due to accidents. So many lives cut short. And so just praying for their souls to find human form once again. That they're not lost in the ether or the bardo. But a sincere wish for all disembodied souls to find life again, and one that is easy and joyful and filled with gratitude and grace. If there are any members of your family or close friends that have lost their lives, now is a good time to say a little prayer for them. Remembering the impact that they've left on your life. Really recognizing we're shaped by the people in our lives. Every person counts. Every life important. And so valuing each life as such, including your own, and not wasting it by being discontent or mulling over mistakes or past misdeeds or the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Just knowing that this moment we have an opportunity that is fresh and new. To be all that we can be. And to affect others in a really beautiful way. And so bring your hands to a prayer at your heart. And set an intention for your practice, whatever feels resonant today. It can be an offering for another. It can be an offering to a couple other people, either living in their physical form or past. It can be an intention to cultivate qualities within yourself that you know will make you feel better about yourself, like confidence, patience, contentment, peace, joy. And every good intention counts. It all leads to a path that is positive for both self and others. And we'll seal this intention with the sound of Om. Take a deep breath in through the nose. You can gently open your eyes. And we'll start on our backs today. So you can go ahead and come to lay on your back. And hug the knees into the chest. Make small circles on the sacrum. And feel the whole lower back releasing and widening. Feel that in this really safe position, you can let any stress or worry from the day melt out of you. And let's take a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out of the mouth. So full breath in through the nose. Sigh of relief, out of the mouth. 2 more like that. Breathing in. Breathing out. Make sure you're circling in both directions on the low back. Last one. Breathing in. And out. And then we'll step the left foot onto the ground. Reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. Interlace the hands behind your right thigh. Flex the right foot. Check that your shoulders don't start lifting in an effort to lengthen the hamstring. And then we'll circle the right foot around in one direction. Keep the back of the neck long so that you're realigning your cervical spine with the rest of your spine and you're not shortening the back of your neck and turning your chin up. Circling your foot in both directions. And then we'll start to point and flex the foot a couple times. So when I press the back of my head into the ground and keep the back of the neck long, it feels like I'm giving myself a double chin, and that's not a bad thing because that really will help realign your cervical spine. Keep your right foot flexed. If you feel open here, you are welcome to extend the left leg towards the ground and flex the left foot. If you feel open without lifting your shoulders, you could also potentially slide your hands down towards your right calf. That's not happening for me today. I'm gonna stay on my thigh. And if you need to keep a little bend in that right knee, listen to your body and keep a little bend as you need. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now as we breathe here, we're breathing in and out of the nose. The mouth stays closed. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1 more in. and out. And then we'll place the right foot onto the ground. Reach the left leg up towards the ceiling. My leg is at a 90-degree angle. It's so tight back there. Do the best you can to reach your left leg up. Interlace the hands behind your left thigh and circle your left foot around in one direction. And circle in the other direction. Chin to throat, back of head into the ground. Point and flex your left foot a couple times. And then we'll hold the flexed foot position. And again, you can keep your hands interlaced behind your left thigh. You can opt to extend your right leg long and flex the right foot. And if you are open today, unlike me, you can slide your hands down towards your left calf. Just keep that left foot flexed and don't force anything. This is really the first thing we're doing today, so just breathe into your body and let it naturally open in the way and in the pace that it does. No fight, no force here. Take 2 more breaths, breathing in, breathing out. 1 more in and out. And then let's go ahead and bend the left knee, step the left foot onto the ground. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh, making a figure 4 shape, and then pull your left thigh in towards your chest. You can thread your hands underneath that left thigh, right hand to that little triangle space, left hand outside of the left thigh, and rock a little bit here on your low back. So sometimes opening up the hips can help to create more space in the back as well as the hamstrings. Keep the back of the neck long, chin close to the throat. Keep reaching your right knee away from your center, flexing the right foot. Breathing steadily here. Two more breaths. And then go ahead and take your left foot onto the ground. Take the right foot onto the ground and switch sides. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh, flex the foot, draw your right thigh into your chest, and you can thread your hands in between your left leg and the outside of the right leg, so underneath that right thigh. And just create more of a cradle, a little hammock for that right thigh. Keep your shoulders soft and keep reaching the left knee away from your center with a flexed left foot. And you can keep this still, or rocking will help with the mobility in addition to the flexibility. Back of neck stays long, chin towards the chest, towards the throat. 3 more breaths, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more in and out. Take your right foot to the ground. Take the left foot to the ground. Let's take a happy baby. So hug both knees in towards your armpits. Shine the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. You can grab for the backs of your thighs. If possible, you could also grab a little lower, perhaps for the backs of your calves or the bottoms of your feet, the soles of your feet from the outside. Wherever you are, try to shine the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling and let your knees drop down towards the ground. Flex your feet and rock a little bit here. Again, keep the back of the neck long. Notice the tendency to shorten the space of your cervical spine and resist that urge. We're really realigning our neck, which can release some of the tension in our shoulders simply by drawing the chin towards the throat. We're going to start to open out one leg at a time for ecstatic baby. So keeping a hold of your hand onto the leg, whether it's the back of the calf or your thigh or your foot, just start to open one leg at a time. And if you ever watch babies, you know that this is something they do all the time once they're starting to make a connection between their hands and their feet or their arms and their legs. They just explore that connection. So in that innocent and childlike and exploratory nature, just explore the miracle of the body, the connection of it, and its ability to move and stretch. And just be in wonder of the ways in which the body can move. And connect this movement always to your breath. Just a few more rounds here. Last 2 rounds of breath. All right, come back center, hug the knees in. And now we'll start to rock forward and back, moving the energy along the length of the spine. If your back feels bony, you can go along the sides of the spine, along the back extensors. And eventually we'll come on up just to sit. And we'll take a teepee twist. So wrap your left forearm around the shins and look over the right shoulder. Keep your spine tall and turn the vision all the way past the right. Nice, guys. One more deep breath in and out. And then come through center, wrap the right forearm around the shins. Exhale, twist to the left, looking over the left shoulder. Left hand like a kickstand to keep the spine tall and straight. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come back center. Exhale, we're gonna grab a hold of the soles of the feet with the palms of the hands. Keep your knees bent. Rest your belly on the thighs. So I'm gonna go over the toes of my left foot with my left hand. I'll reach over the toes of my right foot with my right hand. I'm in really tight. My belly and my thighs are in contact with one another. As best as you can fit your knees into the armpits. Keep your sternum tall. Keep the spine nice and straight. And then you'll start to walk your feet forward. Keep the knees bent. Don't make this a practice of having straight legs and a rounded back. Keep finding a back bend behind your heart, and then while keeping the belly on your thighs, a lift in your chest, then you slide the legs as far forward as they'll go for a variation of Paschimottanasana. So belly is on the thighs, collarbones are wide, chest is reaching forward, spine is straight. Breathing here. So the real ticket is keeping belly onto the thighs here. It's so easy to have straight legs and round your back, but better for our posture and better for our back to maintain these points of connection. Belly onto thighs, maybe knees into armpits, palms to soles of the feet. Let's take 4 more breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. So nice, guys. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep lifting your chest forward. Try not to look back at your crotch. Your vision is out. Your heart is forward. Last one, in and out. Inhale, come on up to sit. Pull your right knee into your chest and open the right knee out to the left side. Coming into Janu Shirsasana, flex the left foot, a little twist towards the left leg, and then exhale, reaching over that leg. Now again here, you want to make sure that it's not some egotistical exercise and grabbing your foot and like saying that you can grab the foot. I'd rather you really have a strong, tall, straight spine, a bit of engagement in your abdomen, and then just gently letting your chest reach towards the ankle, letting your belly button reach towards the knee. So since I'm super tight, the movement is very subtle here. It doesn't look like I'm doing much, but I'm feeling a lot. And so you might be a little more open and it might be a little more obvious that you're actually stretching here. But just try to make sure that you're keeping the alignment of the spine. Collarbones wide, belly reaching towards knee, chest reaching towards ankle, shoulders softening down the back. You can also regulate how much of a stretch you get by focusing on keeping the left foot very flexed. 3 more breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out for 1. Breathing in, Breathing out for 2. Breathing in. Breathing out for 3. Inhale, come on up to sit. Pull your right knee center. Step the right foot outside of the left thigh. If you want, you can bend your left knee. We're coming into a more full seated spinal twist. Left arm reaches up, and then exhale, twist to the right, looking over the right shoulder. And get the rotation through your middle back, and continue the rotation by looking with your left eye as far past the right shoulder as possible. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, come through center. Counter twist over to the left. Inhale, come center. And then we'll go ahead and just take a seated position. Cross-legged Sukhasana, right ankle in front of left. With an open chest, we're going to reach the hands forward and then let your belly melt onto the legs. Let the chest reach forward. So you're still pulling the floor towards you, finding a bit of a back bend behind your heart at first. Maybe the elbows can subtly melt down towards the ground. And then for 3 more breaths, if you'd like, you can keep walking your hands forward and melt all the way over your legs here. Inhale, come on up to sit. And then we'll extend both legs forward. Pull the left knee into your chest and open the left knee out to the side. Sole of left foot to right inner leg. A little twist towards the right leg. And then reaching forward. So focusing more on your spine being straight than worrying about grabbing for your foot. So think of pulling the ground towards you with your hands. Belly towards the knee, chest towards the ankle, and breathe into it. Strong, tall, straight spine here. Try not to do the pose with your chin also. Notice if you're trying to get a little more stretch by bringing the chin forward. Same thing that we did on our back, chin close to your throat, back of neck is long. Lead with your heart reaching towards the ankle. 3 more breaths. One more deep breath in and out. Inhale, come on up to sit. Pull your left knee center and step the foot outside of the thigh. If you can bend your right knee and keep the heel outside of your hip without sitting on it, you can bring the left heel outside of that right hip. Sit tall, inhale, reach the right arm up, and exhale, twist to the left. Look over the left shoulder. One more deep breath in and out. Inhale, come center, counter twist to the right for a breath. Left elbow to the inner left leg, look over the right shoulder. And then come back through center and set up for easy pose, Sukhasana, with your left ankle crossed in front of the right. So first we're going to keep the chest open, walk your hands forward, pull the ground towards you, reach the chest forward and breathe here. Such nice form, guys. Two more breaths. And then you can stay here for 3 more breaths. You can keep walking the hands forward. Get a little deeper into the hips and fold. Let yourself melt down over your shins. Two more breaths. All right, let's inhale. Come on up to sit. Pull your knees in and then you'll shift so that your hands come forward of your knees and you're in a tabletop position here. Hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath your hips. Knees are hip distance apart, hands shoulder width apart. and start to circle around. So you can maneuver in a spherical, circular way. If that feels funny and you want to keep it linear in a traditional up-down cat-cow, you're also welcome to do that. And then circle in the other direction if you're circling. And then neutralize the spine. On an inhale, let's reach our right leg out to the right side. Press into the outer edge of the foot and circle around into the right knee. Nice, and circle in the other direction. And then go ahead and take your left hand, you go off your mat, off to the left side, outside of your left hip. Reach the right arm up and over the right ear. Pull the waist up. Feel a nice length, a nice stretch through the whole right side of your body, from the fingers all the way into the outer edge of the foot. Take one more full breath in here and a full breath out. And then inhale, take your hands back, forward, back, center. Bring your right knee back beneath the hip and switch sides. Left leg opens out to the left side, seal into the outer edge of the foot, and bend and circle around into that knee. And then circle in the other direction. Nice. And if you find a spot that feels tight, you're welcome to pause in that place and breathe for a few moments. And then we're going to take the right hand outside of the right hip, fingers pointing away from the body. Left arm reaches up and over the left ear. Straight line from the fingers to the outer edge of the foot. Pull both sides of the waist up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Spin the right side of your chest up towards your left arm. One more full breath in and out. And then let's go ahead, come back center with the hands. Bring the left knee back beneath your left hip. And then we'll come into our first dog. So you can tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back. Take a few moments to pedal your feet here. Pedaling out the feet, bending the knees. And then walk your feet forward towards your hands. You can keep that pedaling action. You can really articulate the footsteps, so you might get some good little cracks through your ankles or your toes as you walk forward. And eventually we'll land in a hang at the top of the mat. So a healthy supported hang, belly on the thighs. Feet are hip distance apart. Grab for opposite elbows and drape the body down. Nodding your head, bobbling around, swaying, shifting, shaking, letting go. And then release the arms, soften the knees, roll up to stand, one vertebra at a time. And once you're all the way up, roll the shoulders down the back. Take a mountain pose, Tadasana, rooting through the feet, rising through the crown. On an inhale, reach the arms overhead, gaze up to see the prayer, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow forward, hands to the earth, Uttanasana. Inhale, climb up onto your shins for a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, hands release. Step the right leg back to a long lunge. Release the knee to the floor and point the foot. Left heel is right under your knee. Inhale, reach the arms up, hook the thumbs. Pull the thumbs apart to lift the sternum tall. Lengthen the low back down. Let the frontal hip points become bright and open, like the eyes of your hips are opening up. So you feel your belly button lift, you feel your sternum lift, you feel your vision lift. Take one more full breath in here. And a full breath out. Inhale, take the hands down. Exhale, step back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, come forward to a plank pose. Exhale, lower your choice of a transition, halfway or all the way to the ground. You're welcome to lower the knees or not. Inhale, slide away from the ground into a low cobra or an upward facing dog. And then exhale, moving back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step the right foot in between the hands to a lunge. Exhale, press into the left hand, kick back through the left heel, and reach the right arm up. Take a little rotation open to the right. Strong back leg, hips are level. One more full breath in, and a full breath out. Inhale, take the right hand down. Exhale, step the left foot to meet the right, and fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, rise, reach the arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, arms by the sides, mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, gaze up to see the prayer. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the ground, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, open the chest, step the left leg back to a long lunge. Exhale, lower the knee and point the foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lift the chest up, find a little back bend behind your heart. Right knee is directly over your heel, hooking the thumbs, lifting the sternum, opening the fronts of the hips, back bending behind the heart. Take one more deep breath in here, and a deep breath out. Inhale, take the hands down, frame your right foot. Exhale, step back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward to a plank pose. Exhale, your choice of a transition, lowering your body halfway or all the way to the earth. Inhale, find a back bend behind the heart, lift the chest. Exhale, pulls the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, step the left foot in between the hands to a lunge. Make sure your heel is right beneath your knee. Press into the right hand and reach the left arm up, coming into a nice open twist here. Strong back leg, look up towards your left thumb. One more full breath in, and a full breath out. Take your left hand down, step your right foot next to the left, and fold into the legs at the top of the mat. Inhale, rise, reach the arms overhead, gaze up to see the prayer. Exhale, arms by the sides, mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the ground, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back, open your chest. Exhale, hands release. And then you can step back, or if you have a floating practice, you can jump back and lower through any transition of your choosing, halfway or all the way to the earth. Back bend behind the heart, lift the chest, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So if your hamstrings feel really tight today, or even if it just feels good, you're welcome to keep a bend in your knees every time you come into a dog. It's such a nice option that brings some more room into the body. As well, it enables a back bend in a pose that's traditionally just a forward fold. Take one more full breath in here, and a full breath out. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or float the feet forward, flat back. Exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, rise. Reach arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, arms by the sides. We're going to do 2 more like this. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, gazing up. Exhale, folding forward, hands to earth, Uttanasana. Inhale to a flat back, open the chest. Let the breath move the body. Exhale, hands come down. You can step or float back, lower down. Your choice of a transition, halfway or all the way towards the earth. You can always skip it and come right back into a dog if you prefer. Find a back bend behind the heart. And then on an exhale, we come back into a dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more in and out. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Look out once you get to the top, and then exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise, reach the arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, arms by the sides, mountain pose. Last time. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, gazing up. Exhale, folding forward, hands to the earth. Inhale to a flat back, open the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands down, step or float back, lower your choice of a transition here. Inhale, back bend behind the heart, lift the chest. Exhale, pulls the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Enjoy your breath, enjoy this practice, enjoy this body that you're in, all of its strength, all of its capability, all of its malleability. I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling so much more open than when I began, and that feels pretty miraculous. Take a deep breath in to lift your heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or float the feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale to rise, reach the arms overhead, gazing up. Exhale, arms by the sides, mountain pose. Hands to your waist, feet are hip distance apart. You can swivel the toes of one foot to touch the heel of the other foot to measure that distance for your body. And then for good measure, swivel the toes to touch the heel and then back forward again. Feet are parallel to the sides of your mat and to one another. A little softness in your knees. Inhale, lift your chest. Find a back bend behind the heart. And then exhale, hinge forward. Belly onto your thighs. Bring the forearms to the backs of your calves, hands to the backs of your ankles. Keep your abdomen and thighs connected. Look out, find a little flat back here. And then start to tip your sit bones up, but only insofar as the belly and the thighs stay connected. So similar to that seated Paschimottanasana, it's a nice, intense, deep forward fold, but we're doing it in a way that's safe, that is supported with the belly on your thighs. You're not putting your back in a weird angle, and you're not overstretching one part of your legs, but you get a nice stretch throughout the whole back body, keeping belly on the thighs. Take 2 more breaths. Keep levering your sit bones up. Shift a little bit of the weight into the balls of your feet and out of your heels. Last deep breath in, and a deep breath out. And then you can soften that, release your hands down, bounce a little bit, let that go. Shake it up. And then we're going to go ahead and step right back into a downward facing dog. If you prefer to move through a transition, you can move through a whole chaturanga, up dog, down dog kind of thing. Meeting back in down dog. Inhale, step the right foot in between the hands to a lunge. Exhale, ground the back edge of your left foot to the floor. Inhale, spiral the arms out and open, coming into a Virabhadrasana 2. Extend your right leg. If you want, you can narrow your stance for triangle. Pull your hips back. Lengthen the right arm forward. And release the right hand onto the right shin or a block outside of the ankle. Left arm reaches up. Feel the feet press away from one another, and from that, feel energy drawing up the inseams of your legs towards one another. Take 2 more breaths here. A little micro bend in that right knee so you're not locking or hyperextending here. Last deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Inhale, press into the feet, rise to stand up. Exhale, bend into your right knee, rest your right forearm onto the right thigh. And we're just gonna start to circle the left shoulder around. So exploring the mobility of that shoulder joint here. If you want to go into a deeper variation of an extended angle, you are welcome to release your hand to the instep or outstep side of your right foot. And then with that left arm, circle in the other direction. Last time around. And then we're going to turn the chest down, frame your right foot, raise the left heel, and lower the left knee to the ground. Belly is on the right thigh. You can inch the foot a little more towards your center. Keeping belly and thigh connected, we're going to rock back into Ardha Hanumanasana, a half split, and then forward into an Anjaneyasana. And then rock back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Don't worry about straightening your right leg out. Keep the belly on the thigh and then just work from that place. And also work with your breath. Every time you pull back, it's on an exhale. Every time you draw forward, it's on an inhale. When you come forward, look out. Help that vision looks out to help you find a back bend behind your heart. Two more times rocking. Next time you pull back, stay back. Walk your hands in closer underneath your shoulders. You can inch your right foot a little forward so you can let the belly come off of the thigh. If you have blocks here, it would be a really nice place to have blocks underneath your hands so you're not collapsing down. Otherwise, you can be on your fingertips. Still find the back bend here. Send your booty back, reach your chest forward, and then we're just going to wave that right foot around like it's saying hello to someone. Waving the foot in and out, breathing through it. Sit bones back, chest reaches forward. 2 more breaths here. Keep the shoulders soft, chest reaching forward. Last deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then we'll go ahead, come back, step into your right foot and step back, downward facing dog. Again, if you want to move through any transition, you're welcome to take that now. Otherwise, you can just hold your dog for a few moments. One more deep breath in your dog. On your next inhale, step the left foot in between the hands to a lunge. Exhale, seal the pinky edge side of your right foot to the ground. Inhale, sweep the arms out and open. Come into Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extend the left leg, preparing for triangle. You can narrow your stance a little bit. Pull your hips back, lengthen the left arm forward and release it down. Trikonasana. Little back bend behind your heart, straight line from wrist to wrist. Little softness in that left knee. Press into the big toe joint of your left foot and feel your belly pull back towards your spine here, just for stability. Take one more full breath and left shoulder softens away from the ear. And a deep breath out. Inhale, press into the feet, rise to stand up. Elongate your stance and bend into your left knee. Rest the left forearm onto the left thigh and we'll start to sweep the right arm around over in a big circle. Make sure your stance is long enough that your left knee is bent to about 90 degrees and the knee is right over your ankle, not coming forward of it. Use your breath to rotate the arm. And then circle in the other direction. And then we'll turn the chest down to frame the left foot. Release the hands and lower your back knee to the ground. Belly onto your left thigh. You're welcome to scoot the foot a little more towards your center. Chest reaches forward, so you're in a little Anjaneyasana, back bend here. And then exhale, pull back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Remember, belly and thighs stay connected, sit bones reach back. And then inhale, step into the left foot, lift your chest. Exhale, draw the hips back and fold down. Keep it going. Inhaling, exhaling. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more times. Next time you pull back into a half split, walk your hands back beneath your shoulders. You can inch your left heel a little more forward. Send your bum back in space. Reach the chest forward. Keep the chin close to the throat. And then you can wave your left foot a little bit. And again, if you have blocks, it may be lovely to have them beneath your hands, especially if the ground feels really far away from you. Otherwise, fingertips will do. 2 more breaths here. And then we'll go ahead and we'll step into the left foot and step back, downward facing dog. Again, you can move through a transition or you can hold your dog and enjoy it. In your dog, make sure all 10 fingers are equally rooting down, that you're not favoring one rim or one part or one finger of the hands. Wherever you are, let's meet back in a down dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank pose. Exhale, lower knees, arch your back, dive the chest and chin forward and down. Point the feet, press into the hands, slide forward into Bhujangasana, low cobra here. Back of neck stays long, stay here. Lift your hands off of the ground, press the tops of the feet down. From here, sweep your arms alongside of your body, keep the back of the neck long, vision turns down towards your cheeks. Firm through your belly, even though the abdomen is the connective part on the ground here, feel like the sides of the waist are cinching in, the navel is pulling in and back towards the spine. Keep pressing the palms as though you were pressing into a block, opening through the fronts of the shoulders and strengthening through your back body here. Take 1 more full breath in and a full breath out. Release down. Make a little pillow with your hands and rock your hips side to side. Breathing here. We're going to reach the arms overhead and we'll take a couple alternating bird dogs on our belly. So forehead to the earth. If you have neck tension, you can keep your forehead resting down. Otherwise, as we lift opposite arm and opposite leg, you can also lift your head and chest with it. So on an inhale, lift the right arm, left leg, potentially head and chest. Exhale, release down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, release. Keep firming through the front of your belly to strengthen the back of the core. Left arm, right leg, release. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, keep it going. And just continue to alternate. Inhale, lifts the body away from the earth. Exhale, releases you towards it. Three more full rounds. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Last 2 full rounds up and down and up and down. Last full round. Inhaling up, and down. Last one, inhale up and down. Make a little pillow with your hands. Rock your hips side to side. Let that go. From here, we're going to prop up on our forearms. Bring your elbows right beneath your shoulders for a Sphinx pose. Think of pulling the ground towards you, reaching the chest forward and through the gates of your arms, lifting your chest, firming your belly, pubic bone pressing into the ground. And then on your next exhale, you'll slide your hands forward, forehead to the ground. And then inhale, slide your elbows back, lift your chest, lift your vision. Strong through your belly. Slide the hands forward. If you have a really sticky mat, it'll be a little more difficult. And if that's the case, you might want to fold your mat over and slide on a blanket or the carpet, lifting up to your Sphinx. Sliding forward. Inhale, sliding into Sphinx. Just two more like this. Sliding forward on your exhale. Inhaling, sliding back into Sphinx. Complete the Sphinx by reaching your heart forward and vision turns forward and out. Slide the hands simultaneously forward and then slide it back into your Sphinx. Pause here in a Sphinx for a moment. Elbows right beneath your shoulders. Fingers equally spread. Collarbones wide. Chest reaching through the gates of your arms. We're going to do a little bit of core work here. I'll show you what we're going to do. If it starts to bother you, you can just stay in a Sphinx and lift your knees off the ground, so at least there's some firmness in your legs. Otherwise, it's going to be an exhale that we lift up on. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, find a Sphinx. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, find a Sphinx. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale with control, lowering back down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Keep going. Make sure your hands are right in front of your elbows, not turning in towards one another. This will enable you to work more of your core than working your shoulders here. And we're really trying to concentrate the strength in our core, in our center. 360 degrees inside out, all the way around. Keep it going. Exhaling up for 4. Inhaling down. Exhale up for 3, inhale down. Exhale up for 2, inhale down. Last time, lift the body up and lower down. You can make a little pillow with your hands, rock your hips, let that go. Forehead to the earth. Interlace the hands behind your back. So now we're creating a closed chain as opposed to having the palms separate from one another. Forehead to the earth, squeeze the legs together. And on an inhale, see if you can lift arms, head, chest, and legs for a full Shalabhasana here. Back of neck is long, looking down towards the cheeks. Firm your belly. Feel the navel lifting away from the ground. So again, even though the abdomen is connecting to the earth, you can still lift away from it through the engagement of the muscles. Take 2 more breaths. One more deep breath in. And out. Release. You can make a little pillow with your hands. Rock your hips. Let it go. Okay. From here, take your hands beneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. See if you can lift right into a plank pose. Good, and press back into a dog. Again, keep those knees bent if it feels good. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend knees, belly onto thighs. Either walk or float your feet to the top of the mat. Look forward when you get there. Exhale, fold down into the legs. Inhale, rise, reach the arms overhead, gazing up. Exhale, arms by the sides. Start to circle your shoulders forward and back. Breathing into. And then full wingspan of the arms. I got a flu shot today. I'm starting to feel that take effect in my left arm. It's starting to get really sore. And then one arm at a time. Full wingspan, reaching back. Good. And then from here, we'll give ourselves a big bear hug with your right elbow on top of the left. Grab for opposite shoulders. You can stay here. Optionally, if you have the mobility, you can take eagle wrap with your arms and grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. And we're just gonna circle the elbows around. So you're either doing this with the elbows circling around, or you're in eagle wrap circling the elbows and the fingertips around. Keep a little softness in your knees here. Use your breath continuously as a means to downshift into your parasympathetic nervous system. Choosing to release any stress or agitation or worry from the day, let it go. This is a new moment. Be in it. And be in it with joy. And that's a choice that you can make. Circle in the other direction. Last time around. Good, and then release, and you're just gonna start to swing the arms forward and back across the body, out to the sides. Good. Keep alternating which arm comes on top. And then the next time the left arm comes on top, give yourself a big bear hug with the left elbow on top. Grab for opposite shoulders. You can stay here, or you can take eagle wrap with your arms, grabbing for the left wrist with your right hand if that's available. Keep a softness in your knees and start to circle your elbows around. Circle in the other direction. One more rotation around. Nice, and then you can come back center, and this time we'll swing the arms around the body in the same direction. So maybe the swinging of the arms brings a pivot into the balls of your feet, and you can let the whole body follow suit with that rotation around. Anytime sound wants to come out of you as you practice, let it. Sighing is so healthy. Good, and then we'll come back to the top of the mat. Go ahead and step your left foot back about 2.5 to 3 feet. Square your hips forward. Two options. So we'll do a little more shoulder work here. You can either interlace your hands behind your back and then stick your thumbs up underneath the shoulder blades as high as they'll go. If it is available, instead, you could also opt to take a secret prayer behind your heart. Keeping a flat back here. Direct your torso towards the right leg as you begin to fold. So there's a little rotation in that upper body and folding towards that right leg. Keep wrapping the heads of the shoulders back. Keep your chin close to your chest, close to your throat here. Stable through your feet. Stable through your breath. 2 more breaths. And just for a little balance, come to a flat back, bend into your right knee, and for only 3 breaths, let's see what it would be like to shift into that right foot, lift the left leg into the air, and come into a warrior 3. Find a vision and focus in front of you that you can steady your vision and send your breath there. Last deep breath, and left foot is flexed, hips are squared. And then you'll go ahead and step your left foot next to the right. Take a moment. You can shake out the arms, shake it out, let it go. Nice, guys. And then we'll switch sides. Go ahead and step your right leg back about 2.5 to 3 feet. Square your hips forward, either interlacing your hands behind your back. And if you interlace, just switch the lacing by 1 so the opposite pinky is on top. Otherwise, you can come into that secret prayer behind your heart. With a flat back, a little twist towards the left, direct your upper body over that left leg. Back of neck stays long. Breathing and feel the inner thighs scissor together. Feel the feet firmly planted into the ground. Two more breaths. And then bending into your left knee, look forward. Shift into the left foot, and if it feels safe, peel your right foot off of the ground. Keep your hips level. Keep your right toes pointing down. A little bit of internal rotation of that right thigh so your sacrum is level. One more full breath in here. That's it. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then we'll go ahead and we'll step the right foot next to the left. Release the arms. Shake it out a little bit. Let it go. You can circle your head around. And then inhale, bend the knees. Reach the arms up. Utkatasana. Hi, Magdalena. And then sink a little deeper into your hips. Inhale a breath. Exhale, go a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale a little deeper. Nice, guys. Inhale. Exhale, very gracefully lower your seat to the ground. Scoot your hips close to your heels and come to lay on your back. Let your feet separate mat width and let the knees knock in. And you're simply going to turn your head left to right. This is a really simple way to release some tension you might be experiencing in your neck and shoulders. So without the weight of the head compressing the spine, you can create some more space in the disc, in the vertebrae. So just turning. If you find a spot that feels really tight, you're welcome to pause and breathe into it. You can also play around with different angles of the chin here. You could turn your chin further up, further down. Just explore. And we'll take about 3 more rounds of breath. All right, coming back center. Bring your feet hip distance apart. On an inhale, lift your hips up. Feel strong through your legs here to lift your upper body off the ground. And then interlace the hands behind your back, clasping the palms together. Reach the tailbone towards the knees. Chest reaches up towards the chin. Back of head once again pressing into the ground. Chin back to the throat. 3 more breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1 more in. And out. Release the arms. Release upper, middle, and lower back to the ground. Windshield wiper the knees gently side to side. And then we'll hug the knees into the chest. Once again, little circles on the sacrum, coming full circle. And circle in the other direction. And then drop your knees to the left, scoot your hips back to the right, coming into a supine twist. Look out towards your right palm, right shoulder softens down. Breathe. And then inhale, come back through center. Level out your hips with your left shoulder, so scoot them to the left, drop the knees to the right. Look out towards the left palm, left shoulder softening down, breathe. Inhale, come back center. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Last moment. Give yourself a nice little hug for a job well done and feel like you're choosing to love the skin you're in. You're loving this body and its ability to partake of this practice. And then you can let it go and rest. So coming into Shavasana, corpse pose, right? This is how we practice dying every time we come onto our mat. They say that nothing can really prepare you for that moment except a spiritual practice, which yoga is a part of. And so we practice letting go as best as we can, as fully as we can, every time we step foot onto our mat. So as you lay here, let go of the practice. Let go of any judgment or analysis of how you did or didn't do in the practice. Let go of the physical weight of your body. Let go of any remaining weight in your heart or in your mind. Anything bogging you down or weighing you down in any way, let it go. Feel yourself emptying fully of everything. And it's truly from emptiness that all fullness arises. So have no fear in letting go of all of it. You can allow any effort behind the breath to leave and dissipate. Welcome whatever changes in temperature to the body arise. Let yourself melt so deep into the earth that you can't really distinguish the difference between where the ground beneath you ends and where you begin. Feel yourself melding into all of it. You can scan the body and just make sure you're not unconsciously holding or tensing anywhere you don't intend to. Make sure your toes and your feet are relaxed, ankles, calves, relaxed, knees, kneecaps, relaxed, thigh muscles and thigh bones, relaxed, hips and pelvis, relaxed, low belly, relaxed, middle and upper belly, relaxed, low back, widened and relaxed, middle back, relaxed. Feel your rib cage and your chest relax. Feel your upper back and your upper chest relax. Relax the fingers. Relax the hands. Relax the wrists. Forearms, elbows, relax. Upper arms, heavy and relaxed. Relax the shoulders. Relax your neck, your throat. Relax the jaw and the cheeks and the mouth. Relax the little muscles behind the eyes and around the eyes. Relax the eyebrows and forehead. Relax through the top of your head and your scalp. Feel the whole body relaxed. And it is recommended for a full integration of the practice to occur to take a full 5 to 10 minute Shavasana. So if you have that time, please stay resting as long as you can. And if you feel called to get on with whatever is next for your evening, you can go ahead and make your way up to a comfortable seat. And sitting tall. And just remaining settled and soft within yourself. Letting the breath remain easy and natural. And taking one last moment to feel deep gratitude for this life, for this body that you're in, for this day. And take a deep breath in through the nose. And let it go. One more in and out. I thank you so much for sharing your time and your practice with me. Namaste.